Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. On behalf of Northern English Language Teachers Collaboration Network Sabah, or NELCANS, I'd like to warmly welcome all of you to tonight's Community of Practice session. This webinar is part of our ongoing series of NELCANS webinars, where we aim to share best practices, classroom strategies, and practical insights to support English teachers in the northern zone of Sabah and beyond. Have you ever used board games to learn English? How did it go? Artificial intelligence or AI and board games in one sentence? What is it all about? Stay tuned to find out more on how AI and board games make learning English fun again in tonight's session with our guest speaker. So before we begin, let me show how the session will be conducted. Tonight's session is more hands-on. Our guest speaker will be delivering his talk for about 45 minutes. If you have any questions while our speaker is delivering the talk, please type them in the live chat and we will address as we go. At the end of the session, we will share the registration form link for your attendance record. Please make sure to fill it in. We also ask that you write your reflection in the Padlet. This is very important as it shows active participation and helps us strengthen our NELCANS activities. And lastly, don't forget to follow the NELCANS Facebook page for updates on our upcoming webinars in this series. Now, let's get to know our speaker. This is the 7th episode of the ongoing NELCANS webinar series. Our invited speaker this evening is Mr. Muhammad Al-Khalifa bin Muhammad Affnan, or widely known as Cikgu Khalifa Affnan. Mr. Muhammad Al-Khalifa bin Muhammad Affnan is an accomplished language educator with 15 years of teaching experience at Keningau Vocational College. He holds the designation of Excellent Teacher in English Language. He teaches English for Malaysian Vocational Certificate and Diploma in Vocational Studies programs, and also serves at the ICT as the ICT Coordinator and Head of Resource and Information Management Unit at Keningau Vocational College. This speaker has lots of recognitions and appointments under his belt. He is the member of an advisory board of University Pendidikan Sultan Idris or UPSI, Digital Champion Teacher, Jauhari Specialist Teacher, a Google Certified Trainer, Coordinator of Ruang, Daya, Cipta, Keningau, winner of Global Cambridge Dedicated Teacher Award 2022, finalist of BETT Pioneer Award 2020-24, and TVET Icon Award of PPD Keningau. He also conducts digital literacy workshop in schools across Malaysia and participates in the AI Ready Asian program. He also facilitates STIE, which is Science, Technology, Innovation and Economy workshops in collaboration with Yayasan Inovasi Malaysia, and also leads the Good Games Project Tour and what we are learning tonight, Imago Technology Ambassador for Hybrid Learning Initiatives. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Cikgu Khalifa Affnan. Hello, sir.
Hi.
How are you
Hello.
tonight?
Good evening. Yeah, fine. I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope you are fine. I should certainly hope you are fine. And what can we expect from the session tonight?
Just like the title, that I'm going to talk a little bit about. Well, there are two parts. One is about AI that student can use to make learning fun, and also the second part is about board games or tabletop games, known so that the students can learn English effectively and naturally. So those two parts I will talk about in this, I think, 1 hour session. Yeah, we have around until 9, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I will talk about that.
Okay, sounds very exciting. So viewers, if it's possible, please get your notebook ready and your laptop ready so you can follow hands-on. So without further ado, I now hand the session over to our speaker, Cikgu Khalifa, to share his talk on how AI and board games make learning English fun again. So, Cikgu Khalifa, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Miss Carmela, our awesome moderator, and also the other several technical teams behind this webinar tonight. Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. As the moderator have introduced me, my name is, well, it's quite long, but you can just call me Khalifa Affnan. Well, it's easy because you can stitch my Facebook through the name tag on the webinar itself. And also in teaching, I mean, I have been posted to Sabah since 2010. So during that time, it was not a vocational college yet. It was like a Sekolah Menengah Teknik Keningau. So I was posted now back then. So I teach SPM as well last time, and then we have upgraded to vocational college 2013. So yeah, I have experienced a few transitions on academic system, especially in English because I teach English. My major is English. I graduated from University Putra Malaysia, and it's twinning with IPG Campus Temenggung Ibrahim Johor Bahru. So during 10 years, my major is English, and I also experienced and also been designated several posts, especially in ICT, just simply because I love ICT. So I think all language teachers, especially those that are joining tonight, I'm sure that you like hold several posts in your portfolio, right? Other than English teacher, perhaps you are also a sports teacher, or those who bring a student outside for cultural performance. You are also STEM teacher, and also yeah, you have several like those that I mentioned just now, several portfolios to support your career development throughout your career years. So let me just show you. Let me share my screen first, okay? Because I'm going to. Oh, actually, I have prepared several tabs ready. Actually, right now I'm not in Keningau. I'm outstation in KL because of there is a program in Google Malaysia tomorrow. So I'm somewhere around KL right now. Where is it? Okay, this is my slide. Hi everyone. Yeah, I can see your chat also. So if you have anything to say, you don't have to wait until the end of the session. You can just ask me instantly during this time, whatever you have in mind. Okay, so this is my slide, right? So this is the title, and yeah, two topics I'm going to cover today: AI for fun learning. I'm going to introduce to you with uncommon app that perhaps that not all teachers have experienced it before, unless if you have attended my sharing sessions before. I mean, I have shared several. I mean, I have given talk on several occasions about collab application by Imago. But during this purpose, I'm just going to run through like 10 to 20 minutes about the app where you can use a digital interactive whiteboard and also integrate AI in this learning. And of course, Notebook LM. I think this is getting more popularity nowadays, especially for students. And I will show you some best practice or example that I have used with my students teaching English using Notebook LM. And second part is board games. So I'm going to introduce you to the Good Games project where we introduce tabletop games, which is board games and card games, those line to students and even to use around the community in Sabah to learn English in a fun way, meaning that they unaware that they are learning English directly, but at the same time they are having fun by learning strategic thinking and also lots of experience by playing different sort of board games that we have. Okay. So first, collab application by Imago. Let me share this tab. So this is the interface of collab. Basically, you just have to type. I think the technical team, they can help me to type on the YouTube chat box. About the app, just type collab.imago, then it will bring you to here. So this is Collab Imago. You can imagine yourself using Google Jamboard if you have used it before, or whiteboard by Canva. I mean, Canva, it has this whiteboard, right? Digital whiteboard where you can scribble and doodle, and it can be expanded to infinity size of a whiteboard. It's a digital whiteboard. So Collab by Imago is an application where you can do all the things inside it without navigating through different tabs. Nowadays, there are lots of applications that use AI. Well, the famous example is ChatGPT. We have Gemini. We have Notebook LM, Grook, and all sorts of AI chat agents that teachers like to use, right? So, other than that, there are also apps or application that do not have AI last time, and nowadays it has integration in AI. For example, we have ZapQuiz, we have what's our AI? Yeah, Bluecut. We have Wayground. Those apps that people have been using since long time ago. Even Padlet, we have used a long time ago, and nowadays we have app integrated in it. But with Collab by Imago, you can just use everything, all the apps inside one app. It's not like app section or something like that. But okay, you just go to the link and just do Collab, and you can sign in using your Dilemma account. And just for your information, those who are joining the webinar tonight, when you register your attendance later on and you input your email, I can submit your applications to Imago, the provider of this app. I can ask them to give you pro versions of the app so that you can try it out for 90 days, okay, for 3 months. So you can use this app. This is the interface, and you just click new board. Okay, so this is new board, very empty. It's digital whiteboard where you can scribble on it. And on the bottom right, there is this AI chat agent. There's this icon of robot where you can click it, and they have AI assist on it. So simply put that you don't have to navigate through other applications, right? You don't have to open another tabs to open ChatGPT or another tabs to open Gemini to generate image and so forth. You can just use all the AI inside here. This is suitable for teachers who don't have time, or a beginner teacher who are still, maybe I don't want to say struggling, but maybe they don't know yet a lot of potential apps that they can use to do all these sort of things. Okay, and it can be used in a classroom where internet connectivity is good. For those without or limited connectivity, I will go to the second part, which is the board game. Okay, so for this one, I would like to focus on the schools that have good internet connectivity, and also for students who want to join from outside their classroom. This is what we call hybrid learning. So they can attend, or the students in the classroom, they do lessons like normal. And also those who are outside, for example, they are being quarantined, or they are outside the school doing some activities, but they still want to attend the class, then the teacher can just switch on the laptop camera like this, like we are doing the webinar, and they can just open Collab Imago, right? Because this one is seamless integrations with Google Meet. I will show you here where I will X the AI assist first. Okay, and here there is a button like a burger button with cloud on it. And you navigate through collaboration. If you click new collab here and you start, then you can choose mode. One is war room, means that all the students with device, they can join and scribble on the whiteboard, just like Google Jamboard and also Canva. Moderator means that whenever the teacher approve, then they can scribble. And classroom, each of the students that have their own device, they have their own digital whiteboard where they can show the teacher their answer or their work privately, And also, yeah, of course, the teacher can showcase the student whiteboard later on. So these three whiteboard, this three mode, the teacher can choose, and they can switch in between during the lesson or during the session. And then, or like put moderator mode, right? And then they have this QR code, and also they have this Google Meet. When we escalate it, and then they will create another Google Meet where students from outside the classroom, they can join. Okay, this makes it makes life easier, where you don't have to, like I told you, open several tabs. Okay, so this is part of it. Maybe you can discover more later on when you sign in and just use it. Okay, and yeah, inside Imago's collab by Imago, also they have their own streaming device, like you see on this at this top left. Okay, I'll just X this first. And okay, so this is it. This is the chat agent. So AI chat is just like normal AI chat. You can chat with it like you chat with ChatGPT. And text to image here. Basically, if the students do not have their own device, right? If you have like a laptop with a projector or LED TV or even a smart board, you can ask the students to come in front and you can ask the student about prompting. Okay, this one, what I'm telling you right now is suitable for all ages, since the primary and also up until the Form 5, because AI is nowadays part of our life. We cannot run from it. So the students, I think they are using it even if they told you that they didn't use it or whatnot. But I think it is important for us to show them how it is done. And if they are doing prompt, if they are writing their own prompt to generate something, I think this is the best time for teacher to teach. Okay, because well, there are a lot of syllabus. I think for English language, we learn best when we experience something authentic, right? So they experience real life experience, something like this. So for example, if I write the prompt here to because this is tag to image, so you can just straight away input the prompt cat on the table, and then you click and it will generate this one. Because this one I didn't put any style, so it will just generate this, and you can drag the students' work on the whiteboard. So this one can be seen by anyone as long as they are sharing the same link just now, even through the QR or through the link on this website, then they can see whatever being posted on the whiteboard. If in the AI agent, no, they cannot see it unless if you drag it to the whiteboard. And also they have several styles, so you don't have a lot to think, especially for those who are beginning to understand what prompt is and how do you write a good prompt, because well, we have those kind of I can say criteria to have a good prompt. You have like who you are and the purpose of writing the prompt, and also the style of the prompt, and there's a lot of lists going on. The better or the specific your prompt, then the better image result will be. But this one, since it is for student, then they can just try their own prompt and generate. Can be suitable for different subject, right? And this is analyze image. So yeah, you can also analyze image. For example, if the student has drawn something in your class, or they want to show you a picture or something, then you can add on the image here and the AI will help you to analyze it. Let me see if I have image. Let me just give you one image. So I uploaded an image of a black t-shirt. I'm not sure whether it's okay or not, because sometimes, yeah, if some of the AI tools inside it, maybe they work, but it's slow because of token generation and such, then yeah, it will take some time. For example, here I cannot press it, so maybe it will take some time to give some input. So I will just go back and test other AI tools. But you can test it during your own time because it's 8:21 already. So now it's summarized. So basically, well, doing summary, just find some long article and summarize it into short points. Read article, yes, the AI can read for you with the robot voice, of course. And lesson plan, yeah, this one lesson plan, you can also write your lesson plan in this app, and it will specifically tailor your lesson plan based on your input here. For example, our country is Malaysia, and we choose grade. We have pre-kindergarten until teachers level, professional staff. So, example, I want year 6 and language is English. Okay, you can choose other language as well. The subject is English. So question means that we give prompts so that they can better understand what we are teaching. This one, I suggest you to input just a short question so that you can tailor it later on. So, yep. For example, describe your favorite food. I will generate. So the bottom here, okay, it has generate English lesson plan for year 6, Malaysia curriculum. You can also try Japan or Korea, whatever country that you have seen, that you saw just now in this tab. Then you can generate and see how other country lesson plan is, especially for English. So they have learning objective, materials, format, activity. I think this one, it's not much different than other AI chat agent where they can also generate, but like I told you, you don't have to navigate through other tabs. Grammar. So just that this one, the drawback is that it will give you 1 hour period of 1 hour, 1 hour lesson plan. So you need to tailor it down or just cut other that you deem unnecessary until conclusion. So it has also extension activity and modification for diverse learner. So this is it. And well, I love to go through everything here, but we are going to move on to another apps. This one you can try it yourself, right? Let me check if there is any. The moderator, you can interrupt me anytime if there is any questions if the audience wants to ask or more insight about it. Diagram of flowchart, vocabulary list. So these are all AI assist that teacher can use and even the students can use. If the students, they log in through this app using their own Delima account, they can also get this Collab AI assist. They can experience in it. Okay, but only I think the teachers, I think based on the Lima account, that they can apply for the pro versions. Okay. And what should I say? Yeah. If you have a smart board, then it is even better because other than LED projector, LED TV, and also a big screen, then you can also use this app on a whiteboard, on a smart board, because I think this apps works best because it will come out with a digital whiteboard on the large screen, and yeah, the students can start touching on the screen and scribble anything on it. Okay, now I hope that you guys have some insight about Collab Imago, right? So let's go on.
Oh, we have one question so far. Is it free?
Yeah, sure. Oh, free? Yeah, it's free. Yeah, the app is free for now. Okay. We have, if you let me go back to, where is the button? Oh yeah, it's being hidden by my tab. Hold on. Oh yeah. Bottom left here, you can see that I'm the provision. So those who register attendance, and I will get the attendance email from the admin later on, then you are eligible to get promotions for, I think, 30 days, 1 month. And there is certain tasks that you have to complete, then you can get another 2 months free. But everything is totally free of charge. If I back, and sign out, so this is the interface. The interface, okay? So enjoy a 60-day free trial. So you can get free trial on it. So it's best for teacher who are wanting to experience, because AI nowadays, it is fast moving. Whenever you try to use one tool, and then another day you stop using it, and maybe several months later you're going back to that app, then you notice that they have upgraded or they have changed the interface and
Yeah.
whatnot, meaning to say that, yeah, there's a lot of changes for AI. Then they can it is ever evolving things about
Mm.
AI. So don't stuck to one apps, only one apps throughout your career life or throughout your teaching career. You can always use others. If they say like this free trial has ended, then you can opt for another AI tools, which I'm going to introduce you right now. Can I?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Share
Let's
this
move
tab
on.
instead. Okay, let's move on. The second tab is this one. I think you saw it. This is Notebook LM. So Notebook LM, students love this. Teacher, what more? Teacher love this the most. So this is Notebook LM. So you can just Google it, and you can also install the app in your device. Just that I think if you use Notebook LM in the Apple Play Store, I think there is limitations in it where you cannot generate lots of things. But you can use the Chrome version. You can run the Chrome browser and just log in Notebook LM through the Chrome. Just type Notebook LM. Maybe technical team can help me to type it on the chat box. Then I think it's the first result. So just click it, and yep, this is the interface. The first interface, understand anything. So Notebook LM is a research and thinking partner, and its input is based on the resources that you input in it. Okay, and it uses Gemini model, of course. So you can get the app, but for this purpose, just click try Notebook LM. And if you are using your Delima account, you can have up to 50 notebooks. Remember, it's up to 50 notebooks. So you just click this one, and yeah. So if you can see here, I have lots of notebooks. So all of these boxes are my notebooks. So yeah, as an English teacher in vocational college, I'm not only teaching English, but also teach several other core ability subjects. So of course, there are also some subjects in Malay, but sometimes usually I always translate it. So how do we do that? First, if we create new notebook, or I think if you're first time user, then it will bring you straight away to this interface where you need to add sources. The cool thing about this, right? For example, if you are teaching, if me, I'm teaching finance and consumerism consumerism and financial awareness for my students this semester. They are learning that for English. So you can upload sources, either the syllabus or the digital textbook about that particular topic, or if you scroll down, you can insert link here where you can find additional sources from other websites about that topic, or you can find YouTube. Okay, for example, I do not have any resource at all. This is a new topic, or is a not really a common topic that to be discussed about this. It's new, it's like still under revision or whatnot. Then you can find additional information from YouTube. They will capture audio from the YouTube, and they will translate those. They will transcribe those audio into several points or several resources that you can use. For example, here I'm teaching consumerism awareness. Yeah, or financial awareness. So I'll just click on YouTube. Okay, and I will do this consumerism. example, I wanted to use. So we have the history of consumerism here. It's a lot of consumerism topic inside here. So you just click one.
Work today is broken. We're all working in too many disconnected apps, and it's killing team productivity.
So what you can do is you copy the link of the YouTube up there and go back to Notebook LM and go to link here and click on YouTube. But remember, the video that you posted from YouTube, it must be public YouTube videos. It cannot be like private. So I paste it and insert. So left here, you can see that the sources has been added. You can add up to 50 sources. Compared to other AI chat agent, you can sometimes add on up to 10 for the free version. But for this one over LM, you are using the limit account, you can add up to 50 sources. So it can be from anywhere. If you have new PDF, new image or something, you can add on as an additional resource for your resource. So this is in Malay. So how do we change it to English? I think the default is Malay because I used it for my last class last time.
Sorry, sir. Isn't the video in English?
The video is in English. Yeah, the video is in English.
It automatically translates to Malay.
Because I use default I use Melayu as my default language last time because I have class with my students that I teach kemahiran komunikasi is for diploma thingy, something like that. Vocational college, like I told you, English teacher, sometimes we teach kemahiran komunikasi and core ability subject. Anyway,
so
this one
you can set the default language for the transcription?
Correct. You can set default. How do we do that? Then you go to setting here. Okay, at the top right, there is setting and output language. So whatever output language that you input later on, for example, this is the default is Melayu. So you can put Indonesia, Galego, there's a lot of it. English. So this is English. I think third language, do we have Arabic here? I'm not sure. Mandarin. You can go, scroll through. I think there are Arabics. There's a lot of dialect, or I don't know. Let's find English and let's save it. So whatever. So there are three parts here. If you're using laptop, then you can see three parts side by side. One is the sources, one is the chat, and one is the studio. Chat is basically AI chat, just like any other normal chat AI. And studio is what makes it cool. Notebook LM students can do their own note. They can do their own revisions by looking at this, by navigating through the studio at the corner right here. So one of it is that, let's say if they don't want to look at the YouTube video, how many minutes is it? 10 minutes. Maybe they don't have time, or maybe they just don't want to browse through 10 minutes video, audio rosa or something. So they can just click on this mind map. Okay. So it will generate mind map based on the sources. If you have more than that, for example, I will put more resources in our notebook LM. So I will add YouTube and insert. Let's see. Okay, so I have two sources, right? So I have two sources. So you can create one mind map based on all the sources that you add. So it will like analyze all the resources that we have put. If there are 10, then they will analyze all the 10 and they will come up with one mind map on it. So you can see on the right side here, this is the mind map of this one. So since we put it in English, so it will generate English in output. So this is history of idea, consumerism. And if you click this little button, then it will shrink. Collapse. And then you can expand it back. And then it has these notes where it is interactive, where it can be clickable. And until up to how the resource end and how the resource is being presented in the YouTube. So we can do a lot of things until the end. I don't know, until you cannot expand it anymore, right? So it's very cool. So student, when I introduce this to student, they say, wow, this is very nice, this is very helpful. And it saves a lot of time, because sometimes teachers or the admins, or sometimes the notes that they found on the internet, it's like a pile of PDF. I know it's PDF, it's digitalizations, but it's not practical. They have to skim. They still have to skim like physical textbook, go page by page. So with Notebook LM, they can just make it into easier note-taking applications. They can use it for this one. And if they want to know more information about this, for example, they want to know more about reform of capitalism, right? Instead of expanding it to 3 different points here, they can just click on this reform of capitalism, and it will bring it to the chat, and the AI will explain in details what is it about reform of capitalism. So the mind map is not just mind map, general mind map where it has short description of each notes, but it also, like you can see in the middle here, there's chat box. The AI will explain it more in detail, and it will have less AI hallucination. AI hallucination, you have to be aware, because if you're using AI chat agent, those AI chat agents that is not specific based, then it will hallucinate, means that it might give you wrong input, but you might think it is right, it is correct, right? Like it will write you like comprehensive report and whatnot. It seems believable, but actually it's not. So teachers need to be aware of AI hallucination. But if you are using Notebook LM, then that chances will be reduced, because it will only search information based on what you have put on the resource tab. Okay. So this mind map, you can also download this as picture, and you can also generate video. And well, you can see here the 6 output from the studio. They have audio is in the form of podcast. You can generate audio notes. Video also, you can generate video notes. Mind map, I just show you just now. Report is a comprehensive guidebook. Report can be many things. You can make it as a script if they are learning if they want to generate script, right, based on a certain topic. So it can help also for ujian lisan, for example, or speaking tests, right? They can generate script based on the report, and the report won't be hallucinating. They will just focus on that topic that you have uploaded. Flashcard is just a series of questions and answer, and they can also do quiz, means that they can self-test, assess their own knowledge without waiting for the teachers to do it for themselves. They will see how the pace goes, and if they are ready, then they can just generate their own quiz. And the good thing is that, let's say if I click it, and yeah, you can set how many quiz that you want based on this little pencil here. This is what customize button do. You can customize based on specific input in it. For audio and video, it will take longer time to generate, and I think, yeah, it's 40 already, so I have 20 more minutes for 15 minutes. Give me 5 more minutes. And this one, for limitation, if you are using the Lima account to log into your Notebook LM, you can have up to 3 audio per day, 24 hours. You can generate the next one, and also the same for video. For video also, you can have 3 video generations per day for 24 hours, and then you need to wait. But it's only per day, then you can generate back. Okay. Also for mind map, I think is unlimited, or it's a large amount. I think you won't run out of it. Reports, I think it's 5. Flashcard and quiz, it has their own limitation, but I think for teacher normal use, then it should be okay. For classroom use, you won't encounter it. The one that you have to be concerned is the audio and also video. Okay, So the quiz has been generated. Then when you click it, I will expand it. So according to Bernard 1722 track, The Fable of the Beast, what activity was surprisingly identified this engine, blah, blah, blah. So it has all these multiple choice questions. Let's say I answer, okay, I got it right. I'm planning to got it wrong, but and then it will give you justification why is it right. So it will not just give you, okay, this is right, move on. No, they will give you justification, and then it has also explained, and it will search information from the internet. So, so not only teachers benefit from this, if you teach students how to use this, actually for those students, I think for secondary, right? Secondary students are like cramming for the examinations, or they just want to, you want to introduce them how to learn better, then you can introduce this to them. Just find one period or 2 periods to teach them about this, because it will help both you and the students to know more about that certain topic, because they know how to learn better, right? They know how to learn smarter. So English will be fun once again, not only like, oh, boring. I mean, they feel nervous to talk in front. They can use AI guided apps like this to present their work, right? Because the mind map they can present to their mind map. So the technical part has been done by AI for you. The one that teacher and students need to think about is how to present it. Then that's where teachers come into play. No? That's how teacher come into play. They present practice by practice, or giving tips to students to not be nervous, to use this kind of word and that kind of word. So example, if I got it wrong, nah, it will give you not quiet, not quite. Why is it not quite? Because of this. These are all from the YouTube that I have just shown just now. So instead, you can also use the YouTube, right? Instead of teacher itself, like playing all the 10 minutes, 20 minutes YouTube, then you can save time by summarizing the YouTube and generate questions based on it. Okay. And yep, audio. I will show you video. Consumerism and financial awareness. I think is it? Oh yeah, I didn't. Where is? Okay, let's say I'll just show example from the BM, yeah, from the Malay, because I teach core abilities. So the problem is that we receive very thick digital PDF versions of these notes, and it's up to us teacher how to teach creatively. So I introduce this to teachers. How do we share this? How do we share our notebook to others, to other teacher, that they can also contribute to this, or to other students? First is you click share, this one, and yeah, there's a lot of names here because I show example to this teacher. I have workshops before this, and you can just write. And for the Lima, it's okay because this is like an environment where you can just type names. You don't have to remember the teacher's Delima ID. For example, if I want to add Marcela. So yeah, we have lots of Marcela here just to find the right one, right? So we just find it here, and then you just share it as viewer or editor. No problem with that. If editor, then they can contribute and they can generate output in the studio. If viewer, they can just see whatever that you have produced. So usually for students, I can just put viewer, and for teachers, I put editor because we can work together. Okay. So this is video. So video, you can make it full screen, and you can download it as MP4. You can download it and send it through social media or through social messaging.
Hai, apa khabar semua? Hari ni jom kita sama-sama
Can you hear the voice?
Budaya dengan adat resam.
The audio?
Senang cerita macam ni lah. Budaya tu, kenapa syarikat tu buat sesuatu? Ia
So it will generate a series of moving pictures. Actually, it's not animation; it's just pictures, slide by slide, right? Okay, that is Notebook LM. And now, what happens if you do not have internet connectivity and you do not have digital advantage in your school, or you simply don't have the the tools, the right tools to teach students. So that's where board games comes in. So for the board game, I asked my students to create. I mean, there are several passionate students who, let me show you. I think my battery is ending 33%. Okay, no worries. bit.ly Eureka. Okay. So I asked my students to create a Google Sites where they can showcase their own initiative. For this matter, tonight, in this 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the Good Games project where we introduce board games to students. So this is it. This is the Good Games project. I love board games. Last time I have the best of both worlds. I like playing games on a computer, and I also love board games where we play physically and meet people, casually interact with people. Sometimes it can be outsiders, it can be strangers, but when we gather all in the names of board games. So usually I like to call it tabletops because board games are only limited to board, but we also have card games, right? So this is the Good Game project, and it's a new way to teach and learn by using board games. So I want also to view this as a digital detoxification, where if we have lots of screen time, we might have sore eyes, right? And also, yeah, we sometimes we need to break. We need to break from the screen because of the screen time and such. So board games come into play, but we have other benefits where usually even in Malaysia also we have lots of developers who have created their own board games, but usually board game is in English. And by learning and playing the board game, whatever theme, whatever title of the board games, they can learn English indirectly. For example, if I want to teach students about the history of bamboo, right? They can play board games called takenoko. Takenoko is a Japanese word for bamboo shorts or something like that. But then all the instructions how to play and all the glossary words in the takenoko game is in English. So by doing that, I also ask them to fill in worksheets, what words that they have that they do not understand at first, and then by over time when they have played the board game in the duration of 1 hour, then what have they learned? So I asked them a series of comprehensive questions. No, subjective questions where it's an open-ended question like how do you feel when after you play this board game. So usually they just give me one word answer, but it's okay, they learn how to do it. Good students and um, struggling or trying to catch up with the good students, they can learn and play together, they don't feel left out. So yeah, this give benefit both for good students where they can act as the game master, they learn how to play it by reading the rules, and the weaker students, they can enjoy the board games, and then by unknowingly they learn English through that time. So board game for education, I put it here. Yeah, I have put several reasons here. It promotes critical thinking and problem solving. So students help me to post this on this Google site, and what kind of games that you can play. This is the games that we have actually. You can also find this game, lots of it, especially in Sabah. We have 2 or 3 shops in Kota Kinabalu that sell it. But if you don't have time to go there, you can order Shopee, right? Just click board game and it will give you lots of example. It will lots of lists to browse through. So we have space theme board games. We have medieval themes board game, pandemic. Oh, this one is very nice where they need to work together as a team to help to prevent pandemic from happening, from spreading all over the world. We have also Pandemic Malaysia version, but it is print to play. You need to find it in the internet yourself, on the internet yourself. We have Pandemic Malaysia versions where you have map of Malaysia, then you have you as a prime minister, that you need to help to prevent the spread from happening. So it's free to play. It's free to play and to print. You can print it by yourself as long as you don't sell it to others. King of Tokyo, like fast-paced fighting games, and this one also rescue mission, Earth. Lots of these board games is like not really common for non players. Non players means that those who are not into board games. It's not really common, but I think for the board game community, these are all common. And they can learn economy, and they can learn several economic words based on the Settler of Catan board games. We have Azul. They can arrange tiles and they get certain points, because all these board games, they have objective to reach, right? When they fulfill that objective, either they win or they will lose, they learn something, they want to achieve something. So just like language learning, at the end of the day, they learn how to speak competently, fluently, but sometimes it will take years, right? Or sometimes they don't experience that the end result straight away during their school time. But with board games, by achieving the objective of the board games, they will know it straight away that they have won, they have win. Okay, even though they don't learn English directly. Dixit, I really promote this game. We also have created our own Dixit version of TVET, and also for media literacy, and we have won several awards outside. I mean, we, as in my students and I, have won several awards based on Dixit inspired board games. You can, I think, if I show you here, this clickbait. This is clickbait. Okay, the board games that my students have developed. So here you can see the picture of they were doing prototyping and play testing, and these are all based on media literacy. Nowadays is very relevant. Whatever language or whatever subject, especially for English, teachers can teach about media literacy across the subject. And I think 2027 curriculum, where they will integrate several subjects into several discipline. There's a co-teaching and such. There's lots of planning going on. So we can use board games to teach. This is on the theme of media literacy, and this is how we combine AI with board games, with tabletop games. So the students, they find prompt related to Sabah culture and media literacy, and they come up with this beautiful picture. I think this time they are using Copilot image generations before Gemini Nano Badana getting out. And then these pictures are related to media literacy, how media affects people, and how do people use media. And it has metaphoric how to say, meaning behind it, and also sometimes very abstract. But then that's how image generation works. Sometimes it will gather all the information from the websites and put it into image. This one, wait, I need to plug in. Okay, I have 6 more minutes. And then this prompt is also they generated, because my students at first, they put simple prompt, and then this description is a lot, right? So I think they generate more prompt. They want to the AI describe what kind of scene is this. So when they have the actual board games like this one, so this is how to play. We also put it in the website. They need to learn how to create rules, where the students can learn how to write better. Writing is subjective. Like, usually we write because we want people to read, right? So for real life experience, if you set up rules, then there are rules where if you write the rules too long, it might be boring and complicated to learn. And if you write the rules too simple, they might not understand how to play. So they need to write the perfect story or perfect rules to make it enjoyable and understandable for all sort of people who wants to play this game. So this is how they come out with this one. So they come out in point form. It's not in essay, but at least they learn how to write. And then this is the board game they learn create using Canva. Okay, and we have the snapshot cards. This one we print it. Okay, we print it using our own printer, and then we buy card sleeves and put it for play testing. we also have like school road tour several districts and several schools, introducing all kind of board game, including clickbait. So all this, let me switch on my audio first, because oh yeah, I think you can hear me right now, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
switching my battery runs out. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry because my session right now is only 1 hour and I have introduced three different things, right? So it's quite touch and go basis. But yes, if you want to know more about, I saw some. Yeah. I'm sorry. You can replay this live webinar later on and find out what I'm talking about. There's three parts of my talk just now. The first is about Collect by Imago, where we can use AI assisted platform in one apps, which is Collect by Imago. That is one app. Second thing is about Notebook LM, which is assisted so the student can learn smarter and teacher can teach better using another app, which is Notebook LM. And third one is, what if you do not have both of these? You do not have Collab by Imago and you do not have Notebook LM. So it's go to traditional method, pen and paper, which is board games. I don't want to use just simple pen and paper, but I use board games. Just that I put it in Google Sites so that it's easier for me to, and easier also for viewer to know about it later on. I think the moderator can put the websites on the chat box later on so that the viewer can I join the chat? No.
Sir, we have a question here. Where can
Uh-huh.
we get more info on this? Really interested to know more. I think this audience is asking about the board games that you
Mhm.
showed.
Yep. So on the board game, you can navigate through bit.ly/Eureka Hub, or I have put it in our StreamYard private chat so that the technical team can paste it on the YouTube chat box. Can you see it? I think can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Later on, technical team can help to share it,
Yes.
to paste it, and I think the viewer they can just uh, navigate through the seek bar later on when
Yeah.
we
The
have
link has
time.
been shared. The link has
Oh,
been shared
really?
for Eureka Hub. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep. Sorry if it's not the language is up and there because 100% done by my students, but they learn a lot. So just click on the Good Games project or the clickbait. And also, I have lots of friends who have been into this board game creations because, yeah, board game is relevant nowadays with all the AIs and digitalizations, with all the smartphones, and all. Board games or tabletop games still relevant in this world because we want to feel, we want to be able to touch the material in a fun way, touch as in interact with it, because well there are so much that digitals can do, right? I mean there are a lot of things digitalizations can do, but well nothing beats the feeling of holding thick paper on hand with cut sleeve, and when you shuffle it, nothing beats that. Yeah, I mean that's how I feel about it. So once in a while, or maybe two to three times a week, you can introduce this to your students. You can buy several. It's not that well, there are lots of expensive board games. There are also um, lot economical board games that you can buy. You can start with small or any young simple, like Exploding Kitten, right? The one that I mentioned just now. You can play something like Snap, and by doing that, you can ask the students to, hey, it talks in English, or I will punish you, or the game master. Good students, they can be the game master. The other student, weaker students, they can become the player. So this is the snapshot cards generated by AI. So they print it using photo paper and put it on a sleeve. And the students, they need to create their own story based on the picture. And what make it interesting is that the marks will be awarded the highest if they can make some groups agree with the story and another part of the students disagree with the story or couldn't find the real one. So this is kind of like baiting. So that's why it's a clickbait. Like when you read the
Oh.
title of a headline, right? When you read the title of a headline, then it's called clickbait because sometimes the title doesn't resembles whatever the content inside the article. So it's kind of like a clickbait. We want to know more. Is the title really, is the story inside is just like the title says, something like that. And the students, they can practice on how to clickbait something or baiting someone to believe in them. And at the same time, know how the media works because not all media we can trust, right? There are
Mm.
media, unofficial media, they have media with intentions, lots of it. Then you can learn through these board games. But this one, unfortunately, is not for sale yet because we are in the middle of, well, we have, I think, finalized the board games, just that we haven't found a company to mass produce the board game yet. If we have, then I will definitely share it on my social media. And what makes it interesting is that we have perks where we have effects, the probability of randomness, where it's not like straight away objective. Like if you play snake and ladders, right? You just roll it, even though it's probability, but then if you just roll the dice and you go and up the ladder and go down the snake, if if after a few while they will get bored after a few games. But games like clickbaits or other board games on the market that is fun, then the students will have the intention to play more. By playing more, they will learn more by
Mm.
themselves. They don't. Nobody is forcing them to play it. Sometimes they will say, "Okay, Joe, mine," even though they just mine because of they want to have fun, but
Mm.
indirectly they will learn, right? So yeah, I think this is some of the achievement that you can see. We won Best Project Pandai Media International level and gold medal for International STEM Innovation Competition. And these are some news that have been shared across social media. So these are the games that my students have created. And also this one also is in the prototype versions. The Wild Sabah Safari, they want to introduce wildlife to people because they like wildlife. This group of students, so they create ecosystem card, and we have like evolution card, special animal card, all those creative thinking they can uh, put it on the board game on the card. And then this one is how to be a true Sabahan. It's like a journey, like if a in theme of people and culture. I think this board game is how to be a true Sabahan. We have team member explore, trade, and conquer Sabah. I think they go district by district. This is the game, the visual novel game. It's a prototype versions, but at least they start something, right? And by doing this, of course, definitely it's like a project-based learning, but this is for English. I think we can have that the whole semester before the exam, and definitely they will become more creative and they will know what to write if the topics comes in the examinations. Okay, I think this is it. Already 9:05. I'm sorry, it's like over 5 minutes. So that's it for my session today. I'm sorry I take too long
No
and I
worries.
go, but you can replay back this live and like set the speed to 0.5 k if I talk too fast, right? That's the beauty of having live webinar. You can always replay back. So thank you very much for your time. And I pass the floor to the moderator back.
Okay, we have a question from the
Oh,
audience. Can we check the progress or achievement if students play the games?
No, actually, because this is not, I don't integrate it with coding, and there's no code, how to say, system behind AI system or computerized system behind this board game. So it's just like fun, a pen and paper based board game. Mm. It's not digital board game. It's like a producer, I print it and then they played it in class. But you can like, yeah, like I told you, last time during Penaziran Guru Cemerlang, I introduced board game to the Nazir so that through the worksheets that I have printed and ask the students to write down when while they are playing the board games, then we can see the progress, how they progress. Like first is the glossary words, what words that they do not understand, and then second part is the experience of playing the board games. So I think from there you can sort of see the progress, whether they learn or they can understand better after that or not. Yeah, consume a lot of mobile data.
Ah,
Which one? I'm not sure. For like a rephrase back, um, my the talk today tonight, yeah, three parts. The collab Imago apps and also the notebook LM. It doesn't consume much data because everything is cloud, so it doesn't consume much data from your side. But for board games, yeah, there's no data involved because this is for offline use. So yeah.
okay. I think those are all the questions from the audience. But I do have questions for you, sir.
Okay.
My you mentioned about giving worksheet to your students while they're playing the board games. So can you show us the example of worksheet that you give them? What
Okay,
type of
sure.
worksheet?
I think this is from my previous slides. Yeah, you can see it, right? Okay, so this is creative approach in the physical classroom. You can see that they are playing Takenoko and also Ticket to Ride, train-based game, and also bamboo, how they grow bamboo. So physical board games in class. So this is the worksheets. So this is just a simple worksheet. Because if I do sophisticated or complicated worksheet, they might not enjoy the game, right? So just a simple one during the game. I want them to focus on the vocabulary that they have encountered during the game, but they are not familiar with. So we have words like palindrome, diffuse, eventually, discard. So those are commonly used words if you are playing board games, and they can all definitely use it in essay. And then yeah, they need to know how do they win the game, so they can rephrase it in their own words. How do they win the game? Is it by detonating? Is it by eating the bamboo to get the most points? Up to them. How do they think that they can win the game? And lastly is the experience, the best thing about the board game. So usually they, when they play it, they will know what to write instead of just you ask them in class, okay guys, what have we learned today? Sometimes they crick you, right? Because they really don't know what they learn, or they don't know how to put it into words. But if they do it in actions, then it's good for them. And the best thing about board game is that both introvert and extrovert students, they can play together. Some students, they are quiet, but they can ask them to participate in the board game as whatever, as like whatever the role is. Maybe they can, if they really don't want to participate in the board game, they can just be the person who distribute cards, for example. But then over the time they will grow to use it. But yeah, you need to have patience. You need to introduce them first. This is about game. It will take several lessons. It will take several lessons to go to this stage. Mm.
So it actually helps with building their vocabulary.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, I think we have another question in the comments.
What is it? How is the paid version of Notebook LM? Ah.
How
Well,
much?
no,
How much?
oh, how much? How much is the paid version?
Yeah.
I forgot about it. I think you can find it here. I'm so sorry. because I always focus on the free version, so disregard. I disregard the pricing.
But I think if we use our Diploma ID, doesn't it give us advantage?
Yes, correct. It will give you advantage if you use the Lima ID over your personal ID. So for Notebook LM, I really recommend you to test the free version first and see how it goes. And then I think you can search on the internet lots of it about how much is the subscribed version, because even me, heavy user of digital tools of AI, I don't subscribe to Notebook LM yet. Because you can see there's a lot of notes here, right? But I haven't subscribed it yet. It's still relevant to me. So I'm sorry I couldn't answer that question now. I couldn't remember the price, but yeah, they have upgrade to plus here. Yeah, but then it's a wall of text, so you have to find. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I cannot help but ask because the board games are done by your students, right?
Correct.
So is it it seems to me that it's something like project-based learning. Is that correct?
Well, you can see it as that, because in order for it to become a project-based learning, then you need to be like agreeable with everyone. Like you have to do a meeting and come up with a module or things with that, right? I mean, there is like formality behind it. But since KB Vocational College, we do not have actually project-based learning for English. This is sort of projects where they can transfer their knowledge into board games, into innovation competitions, into action research, and all those lines. Because once they create a product, then they can become anything. The products can become anything. For example, they can digitalize it. They can bring it to school tour. Sometimes the purpose is not to win anything. The purpose is they really want to create board games because they want to enjoy it, and they want their friends to enjoy it. But the side effect is that they can bring it to innovation competition. It can turn into project-based learning. It can inspire others. So yeah, so that is my answer.
Okay, thank you for your sharing, sir. Do we have another question? I don't think so. I think that's all the question for tonight's session. I actually really hope that we have a session just for board games, because I think we still have a lot to learn from how you do your board games with your students. But yeah, we have time constraint here, so I really on behalf of Nelkens, I really thank you for sharing about how AI and board games make learning English fun again for tonight's session. But since we have time constraint, so that's all the time that we have tonight. So before we end, I would like to remind our audience that we'll be sharing registration form and Padlet links in the live chat, so do check them out. You really need to fill in the registration so that you can get, what was it, Mr. Khalifa? Free.
It can extend, I think, up to 1 year for the pro versions of the Collab Imago applications. I think so. I will check later.
Okay, so please register. Okay, so we are coming to the end of the sharing by our guest speaker. So before we end, so how about few words from you before we let you go, to Khalifa?
I think I have talked enough, but then happy teaching. I think happy teacher, happy students, right? So be happy. All English teachers are awesome. I mean, they are, of course. I will support my own English language teacher, but all teachers are awesome. But English teacher, you are the best. Sorry about that, but then I just want to shout out to all the English teacher. You guys are awesome. Thank you for doing a great job keep on inspiring and share lots of things in social media, because that's how we get information. That's how we get information from each other in social media. Keep on sharing.
Yeah, I like your slogan. Be happy. Okay, so thank you so much, sir. On behalf of Nelkans, I would like to sincerely thank you, Cikgu Khalifa Affnan, for your exciting and valuable sharing. And I would like to extend my gratitude to all of our audience, our beloved audience, for joining us this evening and being active participants for tonight's session. So, as a token of appreciation, please let's enjoy this short video of appreciation prepared to honor our speaker. So once again, thank you, Mr. Khalifa. Okay, thank you again to our speaker and to our beloved audience. Before we part ways, please don't forget to fill in the registration form, which link has been shared as I speak. And please note that you must use your Delima ID to open the link for registration form. And please write your reflection in the Padlet, which is very important for us to show engagement and impact for our Nelkans. And follow our Nelkans Facebook page to stay updated on the next session in this webinar series. And in case you didn't get the time to fill in all the form, you can copy all the links first and do it later. So we hope you found tonight's community of practice session beneficial, and I wish you all a pleasant evening, and we'll see you in our next webinar. So that's all for tonight. Good night, everyone. See you next time.